Hello. In this video, I'm talking about getting in tune with yourself and why it's such a great opportunity for you to grow in your life. So, what do I mean with getting in tune with yourself? Um, I'll pick the example of favorite colors, for example. And I think that most people, if you ask them, what is your favorite color, have some color to say. And it's kind of from the outside it's kind of an arbitrary answer, right? But in themselves the answers the answer feels right. So why is that? Where is that coming from? uh, it's basically a personal preference that developed over time, and it's also depending on the mood of a person. If you ask the question twice, the answer might be different, and every color sort of creates associations. If you ask me about the color orange, I think of oranges. I like oranges, so color orange makes me happy. The color purple for me represents spirituality, sexuality, creativity. So I get really creative when thinking about the color purple. And this color or this preference comes from my inside, right? It's something inside of me. But for example, in the morning when I wake up and I choose the clothes to wear for today, I noticed that there is a sort of semi-automatic process for choosing what to wear, and it often reflects my mood. Um, so do I wear the green shirt, or do I wear the pink t-shirt? Uh, of course, color is not the only parameter for this decision, but it's a large one, and um, so we can see my inner preferences, kind of the inner associations I have with colors and clothes, has a direct impact on what I wear in this example. So there's a link between the outer world and the inner world, and striving to keep those two in harmony is basically what I mean with developing your tune. Um, Another example is something I struggled with for a long time, which is the topic of keeping my room clean. So nowadays, my experience with my room is it's sort of the cleanliness of my room sort of declines over time, and at some point I will get an uncomfortable feeling in myself. And when I check in with that feeling and I think about why do I feel like that, I notice, okay, my room is sort of unclean again. So in this moment, if I decide to clean up, uh, I do something very important, which is first of all, it shows self responsibility, but second of all, I'm creating a harmony, because a harmony between my inner state and the outer state of the world. Um, and there's this thing where I will invite friends, and I notice that I will tell them, "Oh, sorry for not cleaning up," and I tell them when I haven't cleaned up, and I really feel sorry. But I also tell them that when I actually feel really good in my room, but it might still look messy from the outside. But for me, when I live in a kind of hospital clean room, I also don't feel great. I need a certain kind of messiness in my room to really kind of strive and be happy. Uh, so there's kind of just the right amount of cleanliness and orderliness for me. And when I say sorry, even if it's because it's not 100% clean, um, in this moment I'm actually not honest and not authentic, because what you see is who I am, and I shouldn't be sorry for that. I should represent my room uh, such that it is in tune with myself. And I think that's actually beautiful. Uh, what's also so great about this is it showed me really again, it was a good reminder that no one can tell you what your tune is. You are the only person who can do that. And we are like, for example, with the room, there's this basically a judgment. I'm afraid of being judged for not cleaning my room. Um, but I actually feel good in a like semi messy room. So it's important to get aware about, to become aware about those things, and you can apply that across all aspects in your life and all aspects of your personality. So um, it's a very difficult process because you need to be very honest with yourself. You need to take responsibility. But it's actually amazing. Uh, once you start looking at your life, about all the aspects in your life, and you kind of see, you do the check, how do I feel about this aspect in my life? Do I feel good about it? Do I feel great about it? Or do I feel bad about it? And you will notice those aspects where you feel good or great, and those aspects where you feel bad. And for the latter ones, you basically just opened up an amazing opportunity for yourself to grow, to take action, and move in a direction that is more in tune with who you are. Um, so I think that is amazing. And I also think it's important to approach this from a position of self love and compassion. Uh, why are you looking into the aspects of your life? Why are you checking in with how you feel about it? Because you love yourself and you want to create the best life that you can live for yourself. So compare it with the position of blaming yourself about the things you still have not created for yourself to be in tune. It's a very destructive mentality, and it's just additional obstacles you're building for yourself to overcome if you blame yourself. Uh, so really, I encourage you to approach this from a position of compassion and see it as an adventure. Isn't it amazing? You discover new things in your life that you can improve and you can grow. Another, maybe more tangible way to look at the topic of becoming in tune with yourself is the topic of values. And for values, I would like to talk on two layers. The one below is the desired state, your desired values, and the one above is your actual values. So desired values, for example, I value self-care. I value myself, and I want to give myself a healthy diet. I want to take care of my body for all of its needs, whether it's my physical health, my mental health, my hygiene, physical exercise. This is what my desired value is. But very often I will see at the end of the day, for example, I've worked more than I planned, or there was a late call or something, and after the call I will notice, oh, I'm actually really hungry. I haven't eaten in the last 2 hours. I was actually hungry in the last few hours, but I didn't notice. So in the evening I might just eat something kind of unhealthy, or I will not cook a proper meal. Maybe I will order food, um, and at the end of the day I have to say, today I didn't actually value the topic of self-care as much as I would have desired. So we can find gaps between our desired value and our actual value. And again, I think when we discover this, it's a big win, and it's important to make these discoveries, because every such discovery is an opportunity to be honest to yourself and take self-responsibility. Um, so about the topic of developing a tune for yourself, this is actually a very good entry point. You can sit down and reflect, what are your desired values and what are your actual values? And whether that is about yourself or about your surrounding, um, about your personal matters, your professional situation, where you live, what you do. You can look at every aspect in your life. And I think it's a very healthy exercise to do so. Another topic I want to kind of mention, but not dive too deeply into right now, is basically extending the spectrum of your experiences to be able to better understand where on this spectrum is the right position for you. And one example is, I grew up in a mid-sized German city, and now I live in Berlin, which is the biggest city in Germany. But before coming to Berlin, I didn't really know how it is to live in a big city. So only now, where I kind of have 2 points of reference on this spectrum of living on a small city, living in a big city, I can make up my mind where on this spectrum is a good fit for me. What do I enjoy in a big city? What do I enjoy in a small city? And that is a whole new dimension that I didn't have access to before moving here. And we can find this pattern in many dimensions. So additionally to the process I mentioned, where it's a self-reflection of which aspects in your life, which values are your desired values and which are your actual values. It's very valuable to also always expand your perspective. to even discover new dimensions that you can think about. Um, and I think traveling, for example, is so valuable because it opens up so many new dimensions that you weren't even aware about before. And I think all big changes in your life can open up so many new dimensions, whether that is moving to another city, getting a new job, changing your career, entering a new relationship. Um, so it's important to sort of make sure to make those experiences, to have those big changes in your life. Um, it's a big part in developing your tune and understanding who you are. And a very good sort of compass for yourself is always your curiosity. What you're curious about is what your heart wants to learn more and what your heart desires. So if you always follow your curiosity, you will always get closer. You will always get closer to being in tune with yourself. So I hope that with these kind of um, impulses, I could give you some inspiration. And I think that the process of developing your own tune is an ongoing process that never ends as long as you're alive. But I'm very sure that it is such a beneficial exercise for yourself, and you're always able to discover new opportunities for growth and new opportunities to become the best version of yourself. And for that, I wish you good luck, and I'm looking forward to meet you.